That's, kind of bullshit, but it's fine.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Back again. Another episode of the Gridiron podcast. Episode 11. Coming at you with another episode from the Division Series. We're going NFC South today, but quickly, let's introduce everybody. I'm Garrett. We got Jay over here. Say what up, Jay.
What's up?
We got Walsh over there. Say what up, Walsh.
Stop, buddy!
We got Hartman over there. Say what up, Hartman.
What's good?
We got Chris over here. Say what up, Chris.
What's poppin'?
Where do you guys want to start out? Anyone in specific?
Saints.
Start out with the Saints? Oh, okay. What are we thinking of the Saints this year? No more Mark Ingram. Kamara. What do we think of Kamara?
Kamara's about to pop off.
You think?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
a top 4 running back this year.
Top 2.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, I very much think though. I don't think Latavius Murray is the player that Mark Ingram is.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to realize that very quickly, and they're going to be like, all right, Kamara can run the ball, he can catch the ball. Why don't we just use him more? And then boom, he's going to get more usage. He's going to get all the touchdowns because that's what Kamara does. He catches every single pass. He's just a freaking beast, especially in a PPR or half PPR league. Like, his floor is really high.
Did you see his workout videos where he was like balancing on like one leg?
And he's catching the thing, and the guy's saying the color, and that's the color he had to catch. And
He's
incredible.
a freak. He's a freak.
He's amazing, and I think that puts him ahead of CMC in my book. But I'm just gonna leave it at that because we'll talk about the Panthers later.
Yeah, I would definitely say he would be, especially with all this stuff, all this nonsense with Todd Gurley. I would definitely put him at the 3 spot in the draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
He's gonna be an animal.
He's going to be like one of the best running backs for
A long time.
the next few years.
It's gonna be Kamara and Saquon
Yeah.
show.
100%.
I think Latavius Murray is no threat to his workload. Maybe they'll use him sometimes.
I think goal line situation. Latavius Murray's gonna take those touchdowns most likely, but the Saints can score from any position on the field. So
Where did Kamara finish in fantasy last year, Welsh?
Let's see. He finished 4th.
Okay.
exactly with Mark Ingram.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finished with 883 rushing yards, 14 rushing touchdowns, and then he had 709 receiving yards and 4 receiving touchdowns on 81 receptions.
That's
amazing.
incredible for a running back.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, he's nuts.
He's just gonna be amazing. I feel like we don't really need to go into detail on how amazing he's gonna be.
Right.
He was the number 3 running back last year, it says on my thing. But the year before that he was the number 4, which was nuts that year too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's always going to be one of the top guys. He's just so efficient too.
This is amazing. He's just an amazing talent.
Yeah, he's very.
That's what it
very
boils
good.
down to.
He's very
And the
handsome.
offense around him, with Drew Brees being his quarterback, it just sets him up for success. Like, it just
You think
does.
Drew's gonna have another good year?
No, I don't know if he'll have a good year. Last year was a little lackluster from Drew, but I think the talent around him and that offense, that system is just going to keep propelling Kamara forward. And
No, you shut the fuck up. Drew Brees was almost an MVP candidate last year.
Was he though?
no,
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah.
really fucking
He was.
He wasn't that good for fantasy.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
yeah, I'm talking about fantasy here.
Where did he finish in fantasy? He didn't have a bad year.
He was top 10, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like anybody can sneak into a top 10 position any week.
Yeah,
For at least for quarterbacks.
definitely.
And then Michael Thomas getting in on him.
Yeah, what do we
He's a
think of Michael
stud too.
Thomas?
Top 5 wide receiver in the league.
Absolutely.
Top 5?
Absolutely.
Top 5
He's
for
high.
sure.
Yeah.
I think last year what he showed is like every single ball Drew threw at him, he caught. And just doing that is
And he threw a lot of balls at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, his catch percentage was 85%, as we spoke about before. He had 125 receptions off of 147 targets. He didn't lead the league in targets, but he led the league in receptions, and that speaks a lot about his
connection with Drew.
his connection with Drew and his efficiency.
It's incredible. The yards, the touchdowns. Michael Thomas is
The
one
real
of the
deal.
Yeah, the real deal receiver that you want. And there's no secondary receiver that's really going to be eating into his workload that much.
Right.
And that's the secondary receiver is probably Kamara.
Right.
and it's just a great offense to be in for those two people.
Yeah. And they got a legit defense too. Cameron Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, it's there. It's definitely.
It's all there. You think
It's
they're
there for the
guard?
taking. It's there for the taking.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think they're easily the best team in this division this year. Easily.
Yes.
Easily,
Yeah.
maybe one of the best in the NFL. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Top five.
Top 5 team, 100%.
I'd say.
They're kind of always there, but they can never really. These past couple years have been rough for them.
They can't finish.
Oh yeah, they got fucked.
They got fucked 2 years in a row.
I
It
think
sucks because I think Drew's
What was the other
one of the best
Minnesota
quarterbacks
Miracle?
to ever
Was
play the
it
game.
was 2 years ago?
What happened?
Yeah.
The Minnesota Miracle.
Was 2 years ago, and
Yeah,
then this year they had
this
the
year
pass
was the,
interference call.
Yeah, they got
Coleman.
cucked. They got cucked.
Yeah, but like
So
I said, I think.
I mean, I don't subscribe to the theory that they would have won that game if that
Yeah.
call didn't.
Yeah, no, you
but
can't argue that, but still, that was pretty bad.
It still hurt them.
Yeah,
It
still
definitely
hurt them.
it changed the whole momentum of
mightily.
the game. But I think Drew is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Oh,
I,
for sure.
statistically, he's the best.
We've just been in this like era of football. He's just been overshadowed by the likes of Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. That all these quarterbacks are just amazing,
Everyone
and he's
looks
just
at Tom
consistently
Brady.
great.
I don't think he's better than them though.
No, I don't think so either because he doesn't have the rings to back it up.
But
I don't
he's
think
better than
rings
Rodgers.
matter that much. I don't put as much value in
I think
rings
that's
as you
why
guys do.
Brady's the goat.
That's why I don't think Brady's the GOAT.
I think
Because I don't
Drew
put
Brees is
value in
better than
rings.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's you can't. The Patriots are so good for so long.
No,
of
because
Tom
I think
Brady.
you have to look at stats for individual performance, and if you're going to call someone the GOAT, that's based on their individual performance.
This-
And then if you
and
get
their
rings, that's a
achievements.
team.
And his
That's a
achievements.
team achievement. That's not an
They
individual.
both-
It's
Aaron
definitely
Rodgers-
an individual achievement.
Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees each have one ring,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
unless Aaron Rodgers got one when Brett Favre was the backup or some shit.
No.
No, he didn't.
But
I think there's a difference though between like leading your team to a Super Bowl and like winning a championship. I think that holds more weight than just being like part of a good team that wins a Super Bowl, you know. And I think Tom Brady consistently leads his team to a Super Bowl and wins championships like himself, you know. Like it's not as much his team.
Well,
It's
they
Bill
won.
Belichick
They
a little
won
bit, but it's him.
They won the Super Bowl this year over defense in the running game.
Yeah,
that
they
was
did.
the
Yeah,
first
like a
year
little
they
over
ever did
100
that.
passing yards.
Yeah.
He didn't
Well,
need
had
to. The running
six Super
game.
Bowl.
The running game's working. So why why fix something that ain't broke?
Yeah, but you can't put that on Tom Brady then.
It definitely helps when they have to play the pass because the best quarterback of all time is behind the pocket.
Exactly.
He wasn't throwing the ball well though.
Yes, he was.
He's Tom Brady. You
Yes,
always
he
have to
was.
respect it.
Yeah.
Show me some stats that says Tom Brady wasn't throwing the ball well.
Well, last year was his
Fantasy-wise,
worst year. of
Maybe
his career,
worst year.
and
he was
still
throwing
really
short dinky donks all season,
Yeah,
but
he
he was consistent.
That's all he has to do.
His
Exactly.
receivers kept changing. That's why.
That's his game, and
That's all
he's
he
the
has to
greatest
do.
of all time because that's all he has to do. And his players just get open, like
Yeah.
he just knows.
They've always had crazy talent on that team. They find it out of nowhere. It seems
He
like.
never gets hit. Like he's never hit hard. His whole
Yeah.
career, he's never really hit hard.
Well, he's smart. He goes down.
He's smart, exactly.
He
He's
avoids
just smart.
it. Yeah.
He knows how to
He's
play
smart.
the game now.
And he has
Why
the
we talking about
smartest
Patriots?
coach
The
with
GOAT.
him too.
That's all we need to say about that.
All right, anyway,
Walsh
the
can be
GOAT.
retarded if he wants
Well,
to.
Brady threw 21 for 35, and he didn't throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He threw an interception.
Okay.
So
Oh, I was thinking about the Super Bowl before when he threw like 500 yards.
yeah,
lost.
Nick Foles. Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost. So you can say his individual performance didn't help them win a Super Bowl, did it?
Hey,
This year?
Last year.
Conversation for another day.
Yeah, it's definitely for another day.
We definitely have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're done with the Saints. What do we think? We didn't really talk about the defense that much. Marshawn Lattimore.
I love
They're
Marshawn
not.
Lattimore.
They're like the defense is like hard to talk about because it's not really that fantasy relevant. If you
Yeah.
know.
They're average.
It's
They're
all about
average.
matchups and shit when you play defenses. It's
Tough division.
not about like the absolute skill of the defense besides the Jaguars.
I wouldn't want to go up against the Saints defense though.
I mean,
If I'm a
I mean, but like they have
Fantasy
they have
issues.
the high-powered offense in that division, and the Falcons, if Cam is back and healthy, that'll be a high-powered offense. The Bucks are.
The Bucks could.
Bucks.
They're a high powered offense.
Bruce
I hate to see it.
Arians can
I
change
hate to
things
say it.
up.
I love Bruce Arians. His hats give me the strength to live. But Jameis Winston is one of the worst quarterbacks.
let's
in
wait till we
history
talk
of
about the
football.
Bucks.
Yeah,
What do you do?
let's wait till we get into it. But We saw what could happen against the Saints when the Cowboys played them, when they literally just like kept them off the field.
Yeah.
You know, the defense was just strong because they left the defense out there all game, wore them out, and then the offense was never on the field to put up points.
Exactly.
So the defense has struggled in the years past for them, and you know,
It's not their best asset. Their best asset is the offense, for sure.
yeah.
I think special teams is underrated.
Are we going to guess their records now?
Yeah, you guys already talked about the Saints records.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking?
11 and
13-3.
5.
12-4.
12-4.
14-2.
Damn. Nice.
Ooh, I could see that too.
Nice. All
They're
right.
so good.
What did you say, Walsh?
I said 11 and 5.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about next? Getting on off the Saints here.
I don't know.
Let's talk about the Falcons.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I like
The Falcons are definitely a good one.
Okay.
So what do we think about the Falcons this year?
Let's start it off with their running back situation.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a Devonta Freeman show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And-
I think he was forgotten about last year because they did kind of roll with the committee, and
Well,
he was
got
hurt.
week two.
exactly. Then
Yeah.
he did get hurt. So him coming back this year, he's definitely the lead guy. And
No Tevin Coleman.
Exactly.
And that is
That's
just a
huge.
blessing.
that's huge. I don't know if they're gonna really use Ito Smith if he's still on the team as much as they
He is still on the
as
team.
much as they would have used.
He's
Te-
not-
Tevin
They're not going to
Coleman.
use him as much
He's
as
not-
they want
wanna
to use Coleman.
Incorporate him more. But I think Freeman's going to be the guy, and he's going to be productive as long as he can stay healthy.
Exactly.
Ito Smith isn't a receiving back, and Tevin Coleman was. So Ito Smith is not going to play the Tevin Coleman role. He's going to eat at Freeman's carries, but he's not going to eat at Freeman's receptions, and those numbers are going to go up without Tevin Coleman there.
Mhm.
So I think overall he's a very solid back. I would be, if you go like top heavy on wide receivers or something, and you get a good tight end, having him as your running back 1, it's a little risky, but a running back 2, I could see that.
He'd be a very solid running back. too.
Yeah, he'd be.
High end.
Yeah, he'd be very good running back 2.
Who?
Devonta Freeman.
Oh. Nah, I think he's a borderline running back 1.
Exactly, but I'm talking about drafts. Like I don't know,
I don't
unless you
know.
go like super
See,
top
there's-
heavy in
there's-
receivers and tight ends. I don't know if I'd feel 100% comfortable having him as my running back.
There's a lot of talent at running back. You could argue him not even being in the top 10. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
think he's in my top 10, but he's probably right outside of it.
Yeah.
Which
12.
would make him a running back too.
Yeah, he'd be a great running back too.
Yeah, but I think he's proven before that he can be that guy for them.
Yes.
So I think coming back now, it's just his opportunity again. So I think he'll take advantage of it. But another guy to look at on that offense is Julio Jones. Obviously, a
Oh,
high
shit.
draft pick will definitely go before Devonta Freeman, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But,
He's gonna be front end of the second round.
He's probably like a top 5 or 6 wide receiver. Yeah, he's going to be a stud.
I mean, he's Julio fucking Joe.
Yeah.
The touchdowns numbers last year were great for him, and like hopefully they keep going up. Hopefully they keep going up because he can get them yards in the receptions.
what,
Yeah.
what
The
do
only
we
thing that
think?
held him back was the touchdowns, and if they keep going on the same route they went on last year, they're just only gonna increase.
Yeah, that's true.
I like Calvin Ridley a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Calvin Ridley a lot too, and I think he complements Julio pretty well.
I think that helped their offense so much.
Yeah, exactly. He'll open up a little bit more, and I think he's pretty fantasy relevant. I'd draft him.
Yeah,
Well,
me
I think
too.
Mohamed Sanu is gone now, right?
Is he?
I'm not sure.
He
I don't know what happened with him.
Well, if he is, then
He's always kind of just been around.
Well,
He's never
Rid-
been that great.
Last season, Ridley and Sanu had pretty much the same numbers. Sanu had 66 receptions for 838 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Ridley had 64 receptions for 821 yards, but he had 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, the touchdowns are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the touchdowns really blew him up.
he kept
Yeah, like-
stealing Julio's.
Yeah.
Julio had 8 touchdowns,
Huge.
yeah, but he had 1,600 yards. So
Julio
he's doing fine.
Yeah.
Julio will get his.
Watch, look at his reception
Percentage.
thing. Yeah, his
Calvin.
success on the 9 route was just ridiculous last season. Now I think, or he like ran like 80% of his routes were like the 9, just like fucking going straight down the field, and he had success like 50% of the time, which is like very good for that route. Like usually, it's a hard route to have success on.
Could you briefly explain the 9 route to the lovely viewers?
The 9 route is just when you run straight down the field.
It's like a
It's like a go route.
It's a streak.
Streak, yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew what it was. I just
Yeah.
wanted him to explain to people who
Sure
didn't
you
know.
did. Sure.
That's what I'm on, Justin.
Oh, it is.
That's exactly what I was on.
My bad. So we go to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
And you have to go to success rate by route and
Oh.
then go on 9, which I had the cursor hovering over,
Oh, I didn't know that's what
and then
you
you
were doing.
just completely moved everything.
How do you guys feel about Austin Hooper this year?
I don't really
I
like
think he's
Austin Hooper.
I
I
think
think
he's-
there's a lot going on in that offense,
he's-
and I think they're just gonna.
I think if you can't get the top 3 guys, Ertz, Kelsey, or Kittle, in the beginning of the season, I wouldn't mind taking Austin Hooper as my guy.
I gotta see how he starts out. If he's still available, I don't know if anyone would really draft.
I mean, he's not going to be great, but he's going to score a touchdown or 2, and that's like what you want from your tight ends. Honestly, if you can't get the top 3 guys, you're just shooting for a touchdown.
Yeah, but like he's always been a guy that's kind of been floating around the waiver wire.
Yeah, he always is, and he always scores a few touchdowns. That's
Yeah.
how it always is. I wouldn't
do-
mind
I
having
wouldn't-
him
I
beginning of
wouldn't-
the season.
Like I don't know. There's no real like tight end that I feel comfortable with if I'm not getting Travis Kelsey.
And Hooper
Sorry,
had
it's George Kittle.
No, I mean, I'd be comfortable getting like OJ Howard or.
I
Yeah,
don't
I think
know.
there's some that like have upside. Evan Ingram, like
Yeah.
I'd rather take someone with
Yeah.
upside than Austin Hooper. Like
But
I would never be.
Are you
Probably
starting
trust
Evan
him all the
Ingram
time.
every week? Are you starting
Probably.
OJ Howard every week? Like,
Yeah,
are they gonna
probably
be?
are.
I think Trey
consistent?
Burton's a better option
Trey
than
Burton.
Ingram or OJ Howard.
I don't like that offense.
Well, he had
Just
6
don't like
touchdowns last year, and Evan Ingram had 3.
But Evan Ingram's
Austin Hooper
role
had
is going to
4.
increase. Like Evan Ingram's like receptions, yards, and touchdowns are all going to increase.
Yeah, he
From
only
last
started 8 games last season.
Yeah, and there's no OBJ there. And 2 years ago when OBJ was hurt, Evan Ingram took like a huge step up, and
Yeah.
like was their lead target on that team. So that could happen again. I don't know why we're talking about Evan
Yeah,
Ingram.
snapping back to the Falcons.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so what are we thinking with the Falcons? Their defense? Any big names we can talk about?
Deion Jones, Desmond Trufant, Grady
Trufant.
Jarrett. Like,
The
they
reason
got some good names.
They tagged.
the
Garrett.
reason last year they didn't do well is because everybody on their defense got hurt
Yeah.
Die.
in the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So if they can stay healthy, they're going to be a great team again this year.
Another
Yeah, they
point
can
to
do
add with Devonta Freeman, they drafted 2 linemen.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be huge for them. I think they're going
Oh,
to.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, in the first round, they drafted 2 linemen.
Exactly. So
Devonta Freeman's going to be solid.
yeah, they want to keep him healthy and probably give him the workload. So
Their
Matt
defense
Ryan.
has a lot of young talent too.
you think?
We gotta talk
they
about
had
Matt Ryan.
McKinley or whatever. We
Zakaris
kind of touched
McKinley.
on that, Ryan.
It's going to be probably top
Matthew
5
Ice.
quarterback, probably.
Yeah, I mean, he's
got
last
the
year in
weapons.
fantasy. He was, what did we say, the 3rd?
Yeah.
I believe
Third
that's
or second.
Third,
I think it was 3rd. Yeah, I mean, he has weaponry.
yeah.
And he's got the talent, so
Yeah.
And
I
he's
think
not
it's just-
afraid to just like let one rip to Julio or Calvin Ridley.
He has ice in his veins.
you're not wrong.
Literally.
Yeah, this is a good division. This is probably one of the best divisions in the NFL.
I'm calling it right now.
Yeah.
Panthers Falcons Super Bowl.
Good meme. Ongoing meme.
You guys don't get that one. That's an inside joke from
It's
like.
like a 4-year running.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking for the Falcons records, or do we want to touch more on the defense?
Nah, fuck
I
the
don't really have
defense.
anything to say.
Yeah, I don't really know what many guys on their defense.
Record.
9-7.
12-4.
12-4.
11-5.
10-6.
Yo, you guys suck.
Take all the winning records.
Take all the winning records. I'll say 10-6. I just want to roll with 10-6.
Roll with it.
Roll with it.
All right. So moving on, you guys want to talk about the Panthers?
Sure.
Sure.
So another big guy to mention fantasy-wise is Christian McCaffrey, probably another top 5 pick. What do you guys think of CMC this year?
Love him.
Have you seen his like
He's huge, bro.
practice
He's
pictures?
bro.
massive.
Guy put on mass.
Remember when, like 2 years ago, I told you guys that Christian McCaffrey was going to be one of the most versatile players in the NFL?
I have that screenshot because I screenshotted it 2 years
Hell
ago.
yeah.
I love CMC.
He's amazing.
I drafted him his rookie year. I was big on the CMC train, and I think Mike got him the pick before me. I was gonna take him. Look at the draft board. On the way back, he got CMC. I got AJ Green right after him. I would have had Zeke and CMC.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, and then you probably wouldn't have drafted Shady. Your team,
absolutely. My team started out was terrible.
Your
bro.
draft was awful.
My draft was really bad. I can't wait for this year. I gotta clean it up.
September 8th, 2017 at 3 p.m.
2017.
Justin.
Wow.
And he will be a Le'Veon type guy, but better at pass catching in 2 to 3 years, and more powerful and versatile. I said better than Lev. He said yes.
He is.
And
So
his draft position this year is showing he is better than Lev.
Yes.
But did I mean Lev at the time or Lev now?
I don't know. Did you? Do you
I think I
remember?
meant Lev at the time.
And I think he's huge. He's very versatile. You've seen his legs. You've seen his workouts. You know what he can do on the field. He's a threat at all angles. He's a fucking beast.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as good as Saquon, but he's gonna have to play a similar role as Saquon this year.
Yeah.
As in, like, Cam Newton's dealing with an injury, a shoulder injury, the exact same one that Andrew Luck missed a year and a half of football with. So even if he comes back, I don't know if he'll be 100%, and I don't know if you want that from your quarterback, because then if he can't pass the ball, they're gonna block the run, and it's gonna shut up some of his legs. I still think he's gonna be a beast. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's gonna be very good. I just don't think he'll be a top 5 running back if Cam Newton does not play.
I think Will Greer's gonna be fine. I think he'll be.
I think he's a rookie quarterback who's never played an NFL snap, and it's going to be hard.
Yeah, but he's gonna dump it off to McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, he'll get all the dump offs, and he's still going to be good. But I don't know top 5 good.
Dude, what was it? He broke a record for receptions.
He had 107 receptions last
He's
year.
a beast.
Dude,
And
he's
not
gonna
be
in a
wrong.
PPR. He's gonna have a lot of fantasy value.
Oh yeah.
So
for sure.
I don't know. You could argue him or Kamara at 3. Honestly, still.
I mean, both of his numbers in receptions, receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, and rushing yards were better than Kamara last year.
Kamara had Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
And Christian
But
McCaffrey.
Ingram didn't catch passes out of them.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey might not have a quarterback this year.
I don't know.
So-
man. I
He'll
love
have a
CMC.
quarterback.
I love CMC.
Yeah, but not-
if he
not
falls to
Drew
me, I'll
Brees.
take him. If you guys don't draft him, I'll take
He
him.
never had Drew Brees.
Yeah, exactly. But Kamara does. That's the point I'm trying to make. So yeah, and I don't think they have DJ. What's his name?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore and
DJ
Curtis
Ellis.
Samuel.
Curtis Samuel. Two
Like-
young, good receivers.
Yeah, but like, if they don't have a quarterback, are they going to be fantasy relevant?
No.
And even with Cam Newton as their
I
quarterback,
don't think they'll
are
be
they
fantasy relevant with Cam Newton because when was the last time a wide receiver with Cam Newton was fantasy relevant?
Steve Smith.
Kind of.
Yeah,
He was more relevant when he went to the Ravens the next year.
Yeah,
True.
true.
I think they'll be fantasy relevant though. I think one of them will emerge as like maybe a wide receiver too.
And then the loss of Greg Olsen. That's like
He's coming back this year.
he is.
Yeah,
I thought he got a job, but like
he did, but
He
he's
did the
coming
Jason
back.
Witten
He
shit.
pulled a Witten.
Oh,
yeah.
is that Jason? Hold on.
Jason Witten's back now. But
Yeah.
He's back.
I thought Greg Olsen.
Yeah,
like,
he's back.
Notice
he
how
got
we
hurt.
didn't
He
talk
hurt his
about
foot.
him when we
Remember?
talked about
like
the
twice.
Falcons.
Yeah,
Twice.
He's
And now
always
he's-
banged up.
yeah.
He's always banged up.
He's still playing.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable drafting him either.
He's like a plug and play for me if I
Yeah.
see him on the waiver wire at this
Yeah.
point.
With a good matchup, maybe.
I mean, that was with Cam Newton. I don't know about now if he doesn't play like you're saying. So
Exactly. There's kind of a mess there besides Christian McCaffrey. He's the only crazy fantasy relevant player.
Yeah.
If Cam Newton's healthy, maybe, but I don't know if I'll trust his shoulder. And he's not going to be rushing as much because he's kind of injured.
Well, that's good because he won't vulture touchdowns from CMC.
I guess that is a good thing.
Like so many times I was screaming at my TV, like, Cam, just hand the ball off on the goal line.
Well, now CJ Anderson's there. Right?
Yeah, but I don't think the Panthers are as dumb as the Rams are.
Yeah, but he was good.
the Panthers also
Yeah,
signed.
that
was
was
pretty good.
That was an anomaly.
You think?
I don't think CJ Anderson is there. I thought he was there at the beginning of last year.
I'm an idiot. I keep thinking he's there. Where is he?
He's
Oh,
in,
not the
he's,
Bears.
He's on the
The
Lions.
Lions.
He's on the
I
Lions.
keep
Not the
saying
Bears.
not the Bears.
Not
The
the
Lions.
Sorry.
Dude,
The Lions and Panthers, I do mess up sometimes.
Yeah,
Because they're similar colorage.
the Panthers did sign Chris Hogan this offseason, and they do have DJ Moore, but who's throwing them the ball?
Exactly.
Can't.
I mean,
I
Chris
don't think he's gonna
Hogan.
be that hurt.
Chris Hogan's
I
not
know a lot
going to
of-
be fantasy relevant.
I don't think it's his
Still,
best
in
year,
addition for
I think.
that offense, just
I'm
another
not
person
a
to throw
fan
to.
of the pass catchers in Carolina. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like
Not a
DJ
fan.
Moore.
I only like DJ Moore.
I'm not even a huge fan on him.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
would-
fine.
I'd have him as a
Amazing.
bench player on my team.
Me too.
Yeah.
And like maybe he'll pop off, and then maybe you'll put him in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
But you can't start him. You can't start him right away.
Yeah,
I agree.
Got to see the quarterback situation before you start him.
yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly.
I think Curtis Samuel could easily step into that role too.
Yeah,
I think DJ Moore's a better shot though.
I think
They're both
DJ
pretty
Moore is a
good.
better player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so what do we think about the Panthers? Oh, do we touch on their D? Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, I'd like to touch on their D for a second.
I bet you would.
Kuechly's great when he's healthy, but
Yeah,
half
but
the
another
time
guy.
he's not.
It's hard to stay healthy when you're a hard-hitting linebacker like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and he's
Their
getting
defense
up there.
is
Iffy.
it's whatever.
It's
They're
average.
alright.
They're,
Yeah.
they're an
Yeah,
average.
they're not what they used to be.
Yeah.
few years
That's a
ago.
tough division, especially. You
Yeah.
know, you have powerhouse offenses.
Every team in that league has a
Yeah.
great offense.
So, interesting to see. What do you guys think the record's going to be?
6-10.
Julius Peppers just retired.
You think they're going to be that
Not
bad?
6-10.
7-9.
7-9.
8-8.
10-6.
Ooh, okay.
They're not gonna be that bad.
I think they're gonna be awful.
But you
If
can't.
Cam
You
doesn't
can't
play, I
have
think they'll be 8.
3 teams in the same division that are 12-4,
They do it all the time.
11-5, and 10-6.
No.
That's never
That's
happened.
not gonna happen.
Cam
They
doesn't
do it all-
start the
I'll
season,
say
plays a
they
couple
do it.
games in the end, 8-8.
6-10. I'm confident with 6-10. I think that's exactly what they'll be.
We're moving on to the Bucks now.
0-16.
So, total shit show last year. Jameis Winston didn't really have a great year, but Mike Evans is probably the only fantasy player you take from that offense early, I think.
Or at all.
I mean, you have O.J. Howard, Jay was saying. Where do you think Mike Evans will go?
Howard.
Mike Evans went in the 3rd round to you, Chris, last year. You think he stays in the 3rd round? You think he goes up?
He might be a back end of the 2nd round kind of guy, early 3rd round.
Right.
I think the talent's there. I think the volume is there. I think there's just a few pass catchers there that they also really like. Chris Godwin, who's got to be drafted, like for sure. Chris Godwin's going to be drafted.
I like Godwin.
He's a good talent. Adam Humphries is always a solid guy.
He's not there.
He's not
Oh,
on
he's
the
not
team.
there
He's
anymore.
on the Titans.
He's on the
Oh
Titans.
shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So then,
But
that
OJ
just
Howard.
OJ Howard too, but
He's good.
that'll just help Mike Evans. You know, it'll just give him more targets, and he's already a target hog. So
Yeah, we know that.
and a touchdown machine.
Yeah, he had 8 touchdowns last year, 138 targets, 86 receptions, over 1,500 receiving yards.
And in the last 3 weeks of the season, when Jameis was his quarterback, he was like wide receiver 3 or 4. So,
Well,
more-
Fitzmagic only threw to Deshaun Jackson, really.
exactly. So, obviously, we'll see how it goes. But I do like Mike Evans this year.
Mike Evans is going at the back of the 2nd right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mike Evans
I like
is
him.
going to be Mike Evans. I mean,
He could he be 2 years ago Mike Evans or 3 years ago Mike Evans?
Well, it depends on can Jameis Winston be better than what he's been in the past? 'Cause Jameis Winston has not been good at all.
He's always going to be throwing picks. He's always going to be not the most accurate guy, but he always throws the ball. And their defense
He's not
is-
afraid to sling it.
is awful, so they're going to have to throw the ball. They don't have a running game. They don't have a defense. Everything is just leading into these pass catchers just doing well.
It's a division where you have to have a good passing offense, but where's their running game at? Who's the running back going into the season for them?
Ronald Jones?
Honestly,
I don't even think they
Who
trust
cares?
Ronald Jones.
Don't
like
even
who
know.
cares? Like no one in that position is going to be fantasy relevant day one.
Bring back the muscle
No.
hamster.
Dougie Martin.
Yeah.
Despite Mike Evans being a touchdown monster, he only had 14 targets inside the red zone last year, which is very surprising.
he gets open.
Yeah, he's a deep threat
He gets
Yeah.
a
open.
lot of the time.
Yeah.
He has 17.7 yards per reception,
That's
which I believe is the
Nuts.
highest out of like high volume guys. Oh, Deshaun Jackson actually had more.
boom. Loss of Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe more for Mike Evans. We'll see how it goes. I
Deshaun-
think
He's such a big
He's
guy.
back in Philly.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in Philly.
Yeah.
his upside is just amazing though. I think it's
It
just
is.
Mike Evans is just a very talented player and a high-powered passing offense.
Yeah, he's one of the better receivers in the league. I just think he needs a better quarterback.
I mean, I don't even think the quarterback play is that overwhelming for his fantasy relevance because
He's done it.
Jameis Winston's just going to throw the ball. He's going to have to, and he's going to throw it to Mike Evans. Like, it's just how it's going to go.
He's gonna have a lot of people to throw to though.
Yeah, exactly, but they're always going to be throwing.
Yeah.
So he'll get his
100%.
share.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I wouldn't be surprised if like they pull Jameis because he's bad.
Who's their backup?
That's what they've done in the past.
I think they're going to stick with Jameis this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Fitzpatrick.
Like,
Yeah, who do they have?
I know.
I'm pretty sure like it's going to be Jameis's ball game, and if they don't do well again with Jameis as their guy,
They're just gonna.
they could go out.
This is a contract year for him.
Exactly.
So they might just use the shit out of him, make him throw like 50 times a game, and then at the end of the season be like, "You trash, we're dropping you," or extend him.
Yeah,
If
and
he
if he's
proves
doing
himself.
really bad, and if they're like smart, they might just
Sign someone else.
like, keep losing and throw
Yeah, and then try and get to
a good quarterback.
All right. I think that's what they'll do. I think they're gonna be really bad this year. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
they're gonna throw the ball a shit ton.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be losing too, so that's gonna help.
Another thing I'd like to point out: how do you guys feel about drafting Mike Evans and OJ Howard? If you were to double stack
I don't like
the
that.
pass catchers
Sure.
for the Buccaneers offense.
I think if you want a double stack, that's got to be a highly efficient offense.
I'd rather not, but if I like was in a position where like I had a really good value at OJ Howard and I had already drafted Mike Evans, I'd go ahead and draft him.
That's the same way I feel. I might even go out of my way to do that
You
because
would?
I think the offense is just going to be throw heavy,
Mhm.
and those are the two biggest guys to score touchdowns.
a.
So it's just going to happen.
Might not be a bad strategy.
Yeah, I think it's a solid play.
Well, their defense just drafted Devin White this year, right?
I like Devin White, but he's replacing Quan Alexander.
Which is going to be tough because Quan Alexander is obviously pretty big for them.
Mm-hmm.
But Gerald McCoy gone as well.
Yep.
What do we think
Yeah.
about that?
Bye.
That's rough.
Well, they brought in Sue.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
good.
at this
Oh,
age, Sue's probably a little bit better than Gerald McCoy.
yeah, he's just a big
Yeah, they're roughly the same age.
grizzly
Yeah.
bear looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Like
So
a seal looking.
I think
face.
the defense is going to be the exact same it was a year ago and do basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
No defensive back.
Do they have a secondary at all?
No,
Minka. No.
that guy's on the
Fitzpatrick?
Fitzpatrick's on the
Oh,
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I'm thinking
Yeah.
the wrong fucking team. But
I don't blame you. I'd
Sorry.
like to think of another team besides the Buccaneers.
yeah. But yeah. So what do we think in the record for the Bucks?
5-11.
6-10.
I was gonna say 6-10. I'll say 4. You said 4-12. You guys suck. I'll just go 6-10.
Yeah, fuck Justin.
What did you say?
I already said it.
Can you say it again? Because I didn't hear
He
you.
said 5-11 with me.
I mean, if
We're
you
on
ask-
the same bandwagon.
if you ask me nicely.
One last thing I just want to say, touching upon our last video, I just got an update saying that Saquon in an interview said that Daniel Jones can win 2 Super Bowls. And everyone has something to say. Wait till Daniel Jones wins 2 Super Bowls. They'll be saying, what a great pick.
He's a Darius Geis level liar.
Yeah, he's a fucking bullshitter because Daniel Jones
I
isn't
told
gonna do
you,
anything.
you want that guy on your team.
The guy that lies?
Yes.
That's actually,
Yo,
Not
so
a horrible
actually,
point.
funny story. Kyle, who was actually on the podcast with me before we came and started doing it with you guys,
yeah.
he was telling me the other day when I was talking with him, this girl from his high school that he went to high school with, one of his friends, was Daniel Jones's girlfriend, and like he never noticed, and then like she posted a picture of like, oh, congratulations on being drafted, and he's like, who the fuck is this dude? And clicked on it, was Daniel Jones. And he's like, what the fuck? It's like, that's crazy.
That
Like,
is insane.
like, random but crazy.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But
That's
what do you think about Saquon saying that?
I don't know. But
I think that's bullshit.
He
It's gonna-
has to.
If
I
he,
gotta say that.
What's
he
he
wins-
gonna say?
if
He's
he
got
wins
high
2
bucks
Super
and
Bowls, it's going to be on the back of him. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saquon saying he thinks he can drag this team to 2 Super Bowls.
That's a lot of confidence there, and I love it.
Yeah.
I like it,
I
but
love it. It's gonna be.
I don't necessarily think it's true.
I love the picture of Eli Manning and Daniel Jones standing next to each other at practice, and they just have the exact same stupid
Yeah.
expression on their face.
You're like, what is going on?
That's what I said when it got drafted, like on draft night, I texted this in the group. I said, I don't have a lot against Daniel Jones's play. I just hate his face.
Yeah, he's like another Eli for them.
But,
Exactly.
It looks like younger Eli. It's
Yeah,
so fun.
exactly, like a younger Eli. I saw a picture, or no, I think Mike D sent it to us. It was like Daniel Jones looks like someone who would play Eli Manning in a movie about Peyton. So, like that's who they would bring in. Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's all we got for the NFC South. Tune in for another episode. We'll do another division. I don't know which one we got next. I think it's the
NFC West.
NFC West. So stay tuned. Get back soon. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Peace.
Gang, gang.
See ya.